I'm very ugly. So don't try to convince me that I am a very beautiful person. Because at the end of the day, I hate myself in every single way. And I'm not going to lie to myself by saying there is beauty inside of me that matters. So rest assured I will remind myself that I am a worthless, terrible person. And nothing you say will make me believe I still deserve love. Because no matter what, I am not good enough to be loved. And I am in no position to believe that beauty does exist within me. Because whenever I look in the mirror I always think, am I as ugly as people say?
Okay, so for this class, for special topics, we're supposed to do a video on social justice, social injustice, or just talking about it. And for me, one of the biggest social injustices I personally can relate with is how media can create this form of this negative self-image people can have with themselves. I feel like the media we consume can create a view of ourselves that isn't necessarily always true, but it's constantly being perpetuated by what we see on Instagram, comparing ourselves to celebrities or our friends. Why am I not in a position that I think I should be in? And a lot of the times I think it's because you're seeing a glamorized version of people's lives, and I feel like I just want to take this project and figure out why people have these negative views of themselves, or if people even have these negative views of themselves, like I can sometimes have. So
I wanted to start off by having y'all hear that poem, because I think that poem depicts exactly what I intend this project to be about: perspective. Listen to that same exact poem, but read from bottom up. Am I as ugly as people say? Because whenever I look in the mirror, I always think beauty does exist within me. And I am in no position to believe that I am not good enough to be loved. Because no matter what, I still deserve love. And nothing you say will make me believe that I am a worthless, terrible person. So rest assured, I will remind myself there is beauty inside of me that matters. And I'm not going to lie to myself by saying I hate myself in every single way. Because at the end of the day, I am a very beautiful person. So don't try to convince me that I'm very ugly. To me, that poem has so much power, and it represents exactly what I want to portray with this project. Perspective. Me personally, I relate to this topic of self-image and like how social media affects your self-image. I relate to that personally because I used to be a really big person. The highest weight I saw on a scale was 372 pounds, but I have no doubt that I weighed way more than that. When I stepped on that scale and got that weight, I was already like a month and a half into losing weight. But one thing I did and I still do now is I compare myself to social media influencers, to people who have been working out for 10 years, who are on who knows what type of steroids and supplements and other things to advance their look. You know what I mean? And it's a very toxic thing to do. And it's a very horrible mindset to slip into, because sometimes I am way too hard on myself. But it comes from a place of, this is what I'm seeing on social media. Why can't I have that yet? With social media becoming such a prevalent part in our society, I know I'm not the only one dealing with this. I know this isn't just a personal battle. I know other people are going through the same issues. So I decided to create a poll, and I posted it on several social media platforms, and I want to break down some of the information I got from it. So in the poll I posted, I got 29 responses, and I felt it was kind of important to break it down by gender. As you see, I got 37.9% females and 58.6% males. The first question I asked was, to what extent do you believe social media has a negative impact on body image and self-esteem? And not surprisingly, majority of the votes fell on the 5 or higher side. The second question I decided to ask was, how much pressure do you feel to present an idealized version of yourself on social media? This one surprised me, because I was not expecting for the majority of people to put 1 for this response. And here's just a quick look at a couple more of the questions I decided to ask. In conclusion, social media has a significant impact on our self-image, and it's crucial to understand how it can affect our mental health. The pressure to present as a perfect image online can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. It's essential to be aware of the unrealistic standards portrayed on social media and not compare ourselves to others. Instead, we should focus on building a positive self-image and embrace our unique qualities. By being mindful of our social media consumption, we can take steps to protect our mental health and maintain a healthy relationship with technology. Ultimately, our self-worth should not be determined by the number or likes or followers we have, but by our inherent value we have as human beings.